Hello everyone. I Mukesh Tiwari welcome everybody in Smart Exam Academy. In this video we are going to discuss about the partition of Bengal and the formation of Muslim League. We will have a detailed study about the partition of Bengal, the main motive behind the partition of Bengal, the main reasons behind the partition of Bengal. We will also discuss about the anti-partition movement, how the Indian people and particularly the Bengali people protested against the partition of Bengal, which was the idea of Lord Curzon. We will also have a small discussion about the repressions by the Britishers and Swadeshi and the boycott movement. What was the meaning of the Swadeshi and the boycott movement? The Surat split we will also discuss, and the formation of Muslim League. We will also have a small discussion about the objectives of the Muslim League and what were the main reasons behind the emergence of the Muslim League. So let's begin. So welcome back in the Smart Exam Academy. We are going to discuss about the partition of Bengal and the Muslim League. So let's begin. The partition of Bengal was actually the idea of Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon, he mainly decided to partition the Bengal in order to break the nationalist ideology, the nationalist movement of the people of India. To weaken the nationalist movement in Bengal, the partition of Bengal was decided by Lord Curzon. The mainly partition of Bengal happened in 1905. In 1905, the partition of Bengal happened. Indian people were not happy with the partition of Bengal, and they decided to protest against the partition of Bengal. So it is the date 20th July 1905 is the date of the partition of Bengal. Actually, when the partition of Bengal happened, it mainly happened because of the scheme designed by Lord Curzon. Now it is according to the British, the partition of Bengal mainly happened to make it convenient for the administration by the British Empire, because during that time Bengal consisted of the Bengal, Bihar, Odisha and Chota Nagpur, which is the present, Chota Nagpur is presently in Jharkhand. So it was mainly a very large area, and the British Empire said that it is a very large area for the administration purpose, for the purpose of the effective administration, they are going to partition Bengal into small area. According to this, Bengal was divided into East Bengal, which is the present day Bangladesh, East Bengal, and the West Bengal, which is in India. West Bengal. But the Indian people came to know about the real motive of the British Empire, and the Indian people decided to protest this idea of the partition of Bengal. So let's begin. So let's move. Reasons behind the partition of Bengal. Administrative necessity. According to the British, the Bengal was partitioned because of the administrative necessity, because the Bengal was a very large area and it is very difficult to administer the place. But here we should not forget that Bengal was the center of the Indian nationalism, the rise of nationalism. As the rise of nationalism was increasing in Bengal, so British decided to break the nationalist ideology in the Bengal, the nationalist movement in Bengal, and they decided to partition the Bengal into two parts. The East Bengal was mainly inhabited by Muslims. The Muslims were majority in the East Bengal, and the West Bengal, in the West Bengal, the Hindus were in majority. So India was designed to be partitioned. The Bengal was designed to be partitioned into East Bengal and the West Bengal It was the idea of the Lord Curzon to break the Hindu-Muslim unity. The partition of Bengal was intended to curb the Bengali influence under two administrations. As I have recently said, so if any question asks what were the reasons behind the partition of Bengal, you have to write these 2 points. Let's move. So the Bengali influence, it was mainly the plan to curb the Bengali influence and to break the growing solidarity in the Bengali nationalism, and it was also the policy of divide and rule. It was also the another policy of divide and rule. The British people thought that if we can divide the Bengal, we can break R-U-L-E. The British people thought that if we are able to break Bengal into two provinces, that is the East Bengal and the West Bengal, the nationalist protest would be curbed, and East Bengal and the West Bengal would be involved in a conflict with each other, and it would also weaken the nationalist movement in the Bengal. So I hope you have been able to understand this point and you have noted down also. Let's move ahead. Anti-partition movement. The people in Bengal began to protest and oppose against the partition of Bengal. It was the merchants, the landlords, lawyers, students and women rose up in protest of the division of the province. The moderates and the extremists cooperated with each other during this movement. Vande Mataram, it was the people began to chant the Vande Mataram on the streets of the West Bengal. This Vande Mataram was actually written by Bankim Chandra, which means Hail our motherland. Hail our motherland is the meaning of the Vande Mataram. We worship our motherland. It was 16 October was also observed as a day of mourning. The newspaper, the Bengali and the Amrit Bazar Patrika criticized the government severely in order to maintain the unity among the East Bengalis and the West Bengalis. Rabindranath Tagore started Rakhi Bandhan. Rakhi Bandhan means we are the brothers and the sisters, even though our province is getting divided into West Bengal and the East Bengal. We will not forget our solidarity and our brotherhood. So Rakhi Bandhan mainly started as a protest movement against the partition of Bengal, and it is a symbol to show that even after the province is getting divided, the people of India will never get divided. So it was a sign of the protest against the partition of Bengal. So impact of the partition of Bengal, the people of India decided to counter the partition of Bengal by starting the practice of Swadeshi and the boycott movement. Swadeshi, which means indigenous products. We will use the indigenous products only. We will use the Indian or indigenous products only, Indian made products only, and the boycott means the boycott of foreign cloth. Boycott of foreign cloth. It not only included the foreign cloth but the foreign languages, the foreign culture and the foreign schools, the foreign jobs also, even the government jobs. So against the partition of Bengal, the people of India decided to launch Swadeshi and boycott. Swadeshi, which is still relevant in our present India. So Swadeshi means indigenous made product, because you already know that India was an agrarian colony. India was a colony of the British Empire. So in India, the finished products were sold into India, and after at a very cheap rate. So Indian industries were suffering a very hardship. Indian industries were getting ruined day by day, and Indian market was mainly flooded with the British-made products, and the British people were taking the resources from India to England, and after making it as a finished products, they were again selling it into India. So Indian industries were in a very hard shape, in a very problematic situation, Indian industries. So to save the Indian industries, the Swadeshi movement was started. So let's move. Repression by the British against the partition of Bengal. The people decided to launch the peaceful protest, but the British people decided to suppress that protest by arrest, by lathi charge, and during that time Lala Lajpat Rai, Sardar Ajit Singh, Surendranath Banerjee were the main leaders who were guiding the people, and the people were chanting Vande Mataram. The Vande Mataram was completely banned because it was a cause of encouragement for the people of India. So the British people were terrified by Vande Mataram, and they had put a complete ban on the use of the Vande Mataram on the streets. So let's talk about Swadeshi and boycott. The Swadeshi, as I have recently said, Swadeshi means use of the indigenous products only, use of the Indian products only. And the boycott movements means the boycott of the foreign cloth, of the foreign speech, the government jobs, and the foreign culture. So it was the Swadeshi and the boycott movement was mainly an attempt to encourage the Indian industries and to save Indian industries. If our Indian industries are saved, it will ensure the employment and the progress of the whole country. So Swadeshi movement had a very profound impact upon the Indian society. So it was mainly to save the Indian industries. So write down, this is the meaning of the Swadeshi and the boycott, and it is in a very small sentence I have written the meaning of the Swadeshi movement. It mainly economic in nature. The Swadeshi movement was purely economic measure to save the backbone, the economic system of our country. So Swadeshi and boycott mainly indigenous industries, and the boycott means the abstaining from the purchase of the British goods, the British cloth, any kind of the British good was prohibited to be purchased by the Indian people. Here, the meaning of the boycott in a detailed manner is given. The boycott of English goods like cloth, cotton, sugar, rejection of the English speech. The English speech should be ignored by the Indian people. The rejection of the government post. During that time, many people had resigned from the government position, as it was mainly a British British job. It was mainly British job. Social boycott of the people who purchased the foreign goods, and it was the anti-British measure. The Swadeshi and boycott movement were mainly an anti-British measure. Surat split. 1907 is the year of the Surat split. So what happened in the Surat split? The Congress believed in the constitutional measures. Mainly the Congress believed in the constitutional measures, but there were some group of the people who were in the armed rebellion, who said that we cannot convince the British people by mainly prayer and the petition. So in the Surat split, Congress was divided into two parts. One is the extremists and another one is the moderates. Extremists believed in violence. Extremists believed in violence, armed rebellion, armed rebellion, armed rebellion, and on the other side, the moderates believed in prayer and petition. Prayer and petition. Prayer and petition. So, on the basis of the ideology, constitutional measures, the moderates also believed in the constitutional measures. So, the Congress was divided on the basis of ideology in 1907 in the Surat split into extremists and the moderates. The extremists mainly believed in the violence, the armed rebellion, and the moderates believed in constitutional means to express their problems before the British government, prayer and petition. The extremist people were telling that the independence cannot be baked. Independence has to be snatched. The independence has to be snatched. If you demand independence by prayer and petition, if you demand your rights by the prayer and petition, nobody will listen. You have to use the violence, you have to snatch your freedom from the British hands. So these were the two groups on the basis of the ideology. The partition of Congress and in the Surat split was a great setback. It was a great loss for the nationalist movement into India, because the split in the Congress weakened the nationalist movement in India. Let's move now. Muslim League. Muslim League was mainly established in 1906 because of the cooperation of the British people. Cooperation of British. The British people were responsible for the creation of the Muslim League. Why? To counter, to protest the Congress party. To protest the Congress. To protest the Congress party. So you can also ask me, the Congress party was also started by the British and the Muslim League was also started by the British. So yes, the Muslim League was started by British in order to counter the protest of the Congress party. This Muslim League supported the partition of Bengal. This Muslim League was loyal to the British Empire. It was supported by the British Empire. The Muslim League supported the partition of Bengal and opposed Swadeshi and the boycott movement. The Swadeshi and the boycott movement were opposed by Muslim League. Swadeshi was opposed. Swadeshi movement was opposed by the Muslim League. So, and the Muslim League remained loyal to the British Empire till the independence. Till the independence, Muslim League continued to be loyal against the British Empire. So this is the year 1906. The Muslim League was set up at Dhaka by Nawab Salimullah. So these were the main objectives of the Muslim League. As I have said, the main objective was to promote, to be loyal to the British Empire. So the first objective is the same, to promote the feeling of loyalty among the Indian Muslims towards the British Empire. So to show the loyalty to the British Empire was the main objective of the Muslim League. To protect the political and other rights of the Muslims, for the protection of the rights of the Muslims, was the second objective of the Muslim League. Actually, the British people began to convey to the Indians that Congress is a Hindu organization, so it protects the interest of the Hindus only. So according to British, there should be an organization which will protect the interest of the Muslims. And you can also see that it was a policy of the divide and rule. It was a policy of divide and rule. So following the policy of the divide and rule, on the one side, the British people established Congress. On the other side, the British people started the Muslim League for the protection of the interest of the Muslims and to show the loyalty to them. The third objective, the main objective of the Muslim League was to keep the Muslim intelligentsia away from the mainstream national movement. As it is also similar to the first objective. If the Muslim people show their loyalty to the British Empire, they will never participate in the protest against the British people. So it is a very important one. Many times this question has appeared, many times. In which year the Muslim League was established? What were the main objectives of the Muslim League? In the class 10 board examination, ICSE board, many times this question has appeared. So be cautious about this question. Every year this question appears as a 3 marks question or as a 4 marks question also. It mainly comes as a 3 marks question. So these are the main 3 objectives of the Muslim League. Even it is coming as a 4 marks question, if you write these 3 points, the 4 marks is assured. So these are the main objectives of Muslim League. Now, events leading to the formation of the Muslim League. What were the main events? Only British were responsible for creating the divide and rule policy. Of course they were responsible, but situation was also going in such a way. The situation was also responsible. It can also be, the situation can also be treated in the same credit. The partition of Bengal created a wedge between the Hindus and the Muslims. Of course, although the people were protesting and they were telling that the East Bengalis and the West Bengalis are same, but in spite of this, it created a partition against the Hindus and the Muslims. The mainly East Bengal was inhabited by the Muslims, or the Muslims were majority in the East Bengal. On the other side, the Hindus were the majority in the West Bengal. The policy of the divide and rule of the British Empire, the relative backwardness of the Muslim community in education, trade and industries. Actually, the Hindu society were progressing along with the English education. The English education were first started, actually the learning of the English education was started by the Hindu people much earlier, and the Muslim people were not interested in studying the English language. So in the area of job, in the area of education, the Hindus were going forward. So the relative backwardness of the Muslims was also another cause in which the advantage were taken by the British people to create a divide between the Hindus and the Muslims and to create a party, a Congress and the Muslim League. So let's move. Thank you. I hope that I have been able to make you understand about the whole things. So objective of the Muslim League, the meaning of the Muslim League, the year of establishment is very important to learn. It is very important. 1906 at Dhaka. Dhaka is present day Bangladesh. So 1906 by Nawab Salimullah. And these are the main objectives. 3 objectives I have said: to maintain the loyalty to the British Empire, to protect the rights of the Muslim League, to keep the Muslim intelligentsia away from the mainstream nationalist movement, to so that the protest of the Indian people could be weakened. The events, and finally we studied about the events leading to the formation of the Muslim League, in which we discussed about the partition of Bengal, created a gap, created a division between the Hindus and the Muslims, the policy of divide and rule, and the the backwardness of the Muslim population in area of education, trade and industries. So thanks for watching the video. Thank you. Thank you for being with us and watching the video. This is my email ID. If you want to ask any question, you can directly contact me on this email ID. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel for more and more updates. Thank you.